Coming up on Midco Sports tonight, it's the list reveal. Find out who we tapped as the top ballers in the Summit League for both the men and the women. Then it's women's basketball coach talk from all over I-29, USD, SDSU, and UND. All sit in with our reporters to talk about the start of the season. And finally, we have a throwback Thursday doubleheader at the Pentagon tomorrow. And Director of Operations Jesse Smith joins me in studio to talk all about it. All of that plus much more. Midco Sports Tonight kicks off right now. Good evening. Welcome to the show. I'm Kelly Stewart, and this is Midco Sports Tonight. Well, Wednesday means our weekly list reveal, and this week we're taking it to the hardwood, specifically the top 5 men's and women's basketball players in the Summit League. We had our panel of experts put in their votes, and these are the results. We will start on the men's side, coming in at number 5. It is Fort Wayne's Bryson Scott. The redshirt senior is actually from the city of Fort Wayne, but spent his first 2 collegiate seasons at Purdue University before transferring. Last season was his first year seeing court time in a Mastodon uniform due to NCAA transfer rules, and he made the most of it, playing in all 33 games with 32 starts and helping Fort Wayne to a 20-13 record and an appearance in the College Insider Tournament. Scott also earned a spot on the Summit League all-newcomer team and tallied over 20 points in 13 games. But perhaps his most impressive performance of the season came at Indiana as the Mastodons upset the third-ranked Hoosiers 71-68 in overtime, a game in which the 6'1" guard tallied 18 points and 12 boards. This season, Bryson Scott has Fort Wayne off to a 6-5 start while averaging just under 22 points per game to go with 5 boards and 3 assists per contest. Coming in at number 4, it's Bryson Scott's teammate John Konchar. The redshirt junior from West Chicago has been making an impact for the Mastodons since his redshirt freshman season, starting every game he's played in for Fort Wayne. Konchar earned all Summit League first-team honors in both his freshman and sophomore seasons, including being named to the all-newcomer team his freshman year. Last year, Konchar tallied 15 double-doubles over the course of 33 games, and he scored it very efficiently, shooting at a 63.7% clip, which was 7th in the NCAA among all divisions. So far this season, the 6'5" forward is averaging just over 14 points and 9 boards per game while dishing out almost 4 assists. Moving on to number 3, it's number 2 for North Dakota State, Paul Miller. He's played significant minutes since his true freshman season for the Bison and has led NDSU in scoring the past 2 years. A first-team All-Summit League selection a year ago, Miller tallied just under 17 points per game and 5 boards. In league play, he averaged just over 19 per contest while shooting 42% from long range. The 6'6" senior from Waukesha, Wisconsin was also named second-team All-District by the NABC last season. So far this year, Miller is averaging 16 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists per game, including dropping a season-high 30 points in an 88-79 win at in-state rival North Dakota. We head down to Vermilion for our number 2 spot, and that is South Dakota's Matt Mooney. After transferring to USD from Air Force, the 6'3" guard from Wakanda, Illinois, had to sit out the 2015-16 season, making last season his first time on the court in a Coyote uniform, and he definitely made an impact. Number 13 for the Yotes earned first-team All-Summit League honors in addition to being named the league's Transfer of the Year. Starting all 34 games, he led USD in scoring with just under 19 points per game, totaling the 4th most points in program single-season history at 634, and helped USD to a regular season Summit League title. So far this season, he's helped the Coyotes get off to a 9-3 start and is averaging 16.5 points per game. And finally, our top player in the Summit League, and that goes to South Dakota State's Mike Daum. He has a laundry list of accolades, and anyone that's ever seen him play can certainly understand why. A year ago, the 6'9" forward from Kimball, Nebraska put together one of the greatest individual seasons in SDSU history, breaking the Jacks' single-season scoring record and finishing with 800 178 points. He scored 30 or more points in 13 games last year and had 2 40-plus scoring games, including a 51-point performance at Fort Wayne that tied the highest scoring performance in the nation for 2016-17. Daum entered this season as the nation's leading returning scorer, averaging 25.1 points and 8.1 boards last season. He's helped SDSU get off to a 9-4 start this year while dropping just over 19 points and 7 boards per contest. Well, moving on to the women's side of things. This league is packed with outstanding players, but our panel narrowed them down and we put them in order 5 through 1, just like the men. So let's start with our number 5 player, and that is Madison Guebert from South Dakota State. She shines on a roster full of stars. The 5'8" junior is best known for her outside shooting. She is the school record holder for three-point percentage at over 40% and is 5th on the career list for threes at SDSU. She led the Jacksons scoring last season and made first-team All-Summit and is off to a strong start with 14 points per game average so far this year. At number 4, Allison Arms from the Crofton, Nebraska dynasty. She burst onto the Summit League scene last year with a 17-point per game average to lead the University of South Dakota. This year, she's averaging 11.5 with 4.6 boards per game while leading the team in minutes played. The 5'10" junior earned first-team All-Summit League last year and had the 7th highest season point total in South Dakota history. Coming in at number 3 is Taylor Higginbotham for Western Illinois. The 5'10" junior earned Player of the Week honors in the Summit League just a week ago. She currently leads the Leathernecks in scoring at 17.5 points per game and also leads the team in rebounding at just over 7 per contest and three-point field goals with 65. It's hard to find a player that is as versatile as Taylor, who's coming into her own as a junior this year. Our number 2 player is Emily Clements, also from Western Illinois. Clements had an outstanding season last year as a Summit League Player of the Year and Tournament MVP. She was also named the Summit League Preseason Player of the Year this season. She has started out great this year with 43% three-point shooting and 15.8 points per game. But what might set Emily apart is her passing. She has 8.5 assists per game so far this year, and she is one of the top threats in the league. But the top player in the conference, according to our panel of experts, Maci Miller of South Dakota State. Last season, a disappointing knee injury sidelined Miller, but she's back full strength, maybe even better this year. She leads the team with 17 points per game and has led her team in scoring 7 of their first 10 games. She actually has a better three-point shooting percentage than field goal percentage so far this year, and she gets to the free throw line as much as anyone in the conference. Not only is she a prolific scorer, but she's grabbing just under 6 boards per game and playing great defense. So there you have it. By no means an easy task to narrow the list down to 5, but when we come back, our panel joins me in studio to talk about their picks and perhaps some honorable mention candidates as well. You're watching Midco Sports Tonight.